let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. And the designated visiting team will be Layton Christian. As they are the designated visitor, aren't they? Because they're both #1 seeds and Rowland Hall on the top of the bracket. So the designated visitors will be Layton Christian. I'll take care of the starters for Layton Christian. And it's number 4, junior Dominique Ramixon. Number 10, Jesus Tomasi, he's a senior. Micah Petty, and wears number 14, he's a senior as well. And then Nata Lalu averages 3.6 points per game. Number 23, a senior as well. And then in the middle, the leading scorer, and he is a handful, number 55, Lino Saez, and he is also a senior. So a senior laden team, 4 seniors and a junior. Bobby Porter, the coach there.
Yeah, for Rowland Hall St. Mark's, Maya Royer, 8 points a game. He's a senior. Trey Provost, 8 points a game. He's another senior. Xander Smith, another senior, 6.7 points a game. Boston Ballard, 8.7 points a game. He's a junior. And Isaiah Adams rounding out the 5 for Rowland Christian, scores 14.6 points a game. He's another junior.
All right, so I talked to the Layton Christian team, making sure I got the names right. And number 12, Dave, is Souza. That's what he'd like to be called, is Souza. And so Souza is number 12. We called him Leandro Cesar yesterday. Sam Muller is correct. The correct pronunciation according to Coach Porter.
Muller.
And then Penizola is Patricio Fuentes is Penizola.
Penizola and Leandro Souza.
No, yeah, Souza, just Souza.
He just goes by Souza.
Just goes by Souza. And I said, is that what he wants to be called? And he said, that's what we call him on the team. That's what you should call him. And I said, we got it then.
Then that's what he will be called.
That's right. And then I also checked on, is it Provost or Provost? And it's Provost. The accent on the first O. So we want to get those
Provost,
right.
It's Provost.
Provost. Yeah, like Provost.
Provost?
No, not that one.
Not that one.
No. Here we go. It will be the 2 big guys. And these are big guys, Lino Saez and number 30, Isaiah Adams. And they are both special players. And Saez a senior. And I don't think any schools that are not Layton Christian are going to be sad to see Lino Saez graduate. He is just a load and a great basketball player underneath.
He's got great hands. He's got great foot speed. He's great moves and just a nice soft touch. And he's been there for a lot of years and really plays good ball.
Well, then Isaiah Adams the crowd chatting at the officials. And the officials taking their time. Everybody's kind of on the floor waiting for the officials. And so it looks like the teams will go back to their respective teams. Not sure what is holding up the game. I'm not sure if there's what we're waiting for.
The official book set. There were some changes in the official book, and so they can't start until that's fixed.
Okay, I was wondering. It looked like the officials were just kind of chatting.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know whether that was.
Just having a pregame conference. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Looks like Layton Christian fixing their scorebook. So we're getting ready to start this game. They're waiting for the thumbs up from the scorebook. And just a reminder, later on we'll have Kanab Cowboys. And could the Kanab Cowboys, if they can defeat the Parowan Rams, it could be an all-Kanab final.
Wow.
In the boys and girls side. That would be. 8 minutes starting off first quarter play. Here's Isaiah Adams and Lino Saez.
You can get Sam Morton to hit another buzzer beater. It might happen.
So here we go. Saez and Adams. 2 of the state's best will tip, and it'll be Adams. Provost with the ball. He'll get it back out to Ballard. Ballard with the ball to Royer. Royer to Adams, back to Ballard. Shot from the corner, that's Xander Smith. Shot no good, rebound to Micah Petty.
Yeah, Petty with a good jump there and good position.
Here's Ramixon into the key, kicks back out to Saez. Saez will take a 3-point jumper. That one no good, but Adams with the board.
I don't see Saez take too many 3-point jumpers, but that one was close.
Well, he can make them. We've seen him before. And in the corner, here's Trey Provost to Smith. Fakes a 3, gets over to Ballard. Over to Royer. Royer back up top to Ballard. And Rowland Hall will want to slow this down. That's exactly what they're doing. Just underway, no score. Adams with the ball, holds it high. Back out to Royer. Back to Smith. Xander gets it back out to Royer. Over to Ballard. He'll dribble back out.
That's going to be over and back.
Nope, it'll be tipped up by Petty.
Oh, did he get a hand on it?
Yeah, and then as he tried to corral it. It goes out across the line. So back to Royer. Petty's quick hands, super quick. Petty, a senior. And that one, there's Ramixon with the quick hands. There's a steal by the Eagles. Ramixon.
So quick.
They'll go inside, and there is, it's going to be fought for the rebound. Adams comes up with it, and that shot by Lalu.
Yeah, good battle down there underneath Adams and Saez, and Adams somehow tips it away to himself.
So Rowland Halls will slow it back down. No score, a minute and a half into this game. And Rowland Hall's Xander Smith will take it. Out comes Jesus Tomasi, the master thief for Layton Christian, well, among others.
Yeah.
Micah Petty is also pretty
Petty and
solid.
Ramixon, they're all quick
good.
hands.
There's Royer on the baseline, kicked out of bounds by Lalu. So it stays for Rowland Hall. 2 minutes into the game, not a bucket. That pace favors Rowland Hall St. Mark's High School.
Yeah, that's exactly the game plan they want, and it's working so far for the first 2 minutes.
Ballard to Provost. Near 5, Adams out to Ballard. He'll step back out. Provost again. 2-1-2 zone. Provost goes in. He'll go up with the left-hand shot. Throw it outside, and it's going to be Smith. Oh, Rowland Hall's kind of two players bang into each other. It goes out of bounds off of them.
Yeah, Smith and Adams both going for the ball and hit each other, and the ball goes out of bounds. Neither one of them gets it.
So technically, it's just not a rebound.
Right.
No turnover. 5:43 left in the first. Still no score in this first semifinal game between Layton Christian Academy and Rowland Hall St. Mark's High School.
Still no score, down to 5.5 minutes.
Yep, Sam Muller checking in the game for Layton Christian at the next break. Here's Ramixon inside Saez. Ooh, Adams gets away with a foul. There will be a travel. Good defense. Xander Smith comes over to help.
Yeah, a lot of contact underneath, but the refs letting him play.
So he'll say, hang on, we'll wait and see what happens. So Lalu will check out and Muller in the game. Here's the full court press. Xander Smith with it. He'll go around through a bunch of Eagles, go all the way down, behind his back, out to Provost. Fakes the three, goes to free throw line jumper, shot up, no good. Muller tipped out by Adams, picked up by Tomasi. On the baseline, here's Saez, and Saez gets it to Ramixon. The first score of the game goes to Layton Christian Academy.
And you see how quickly they get the ball down there and how unselfish they are. They're just concerned about getting the ball in the bucket.
Ballard underneath, goes up to Isaiah Adams, and he scores on a nifty double clutch. Opposite side layup.
Great move by Adams.
There's a shot from the corner. Muller, no good. Rebound to Ballard. And Rowland Hall's pressing the action. Ballard, very confident with his dribble. Ballard, Jr. There's Royer. He'll go up, blocked by Saez easily.
Yeah, Muller with the rebound.
We're all tied at 2, 4:26 left in the first. Tomasi way out, shot up and in. Jesus Tomasi.
Watch out if Tomasi starts feeling it. He'll light it up from out there.
Lead goes to 3. Shot up, no good by Royer. Rebound, Petty. On the right side now, Ramixon from 12. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Xander Smith. Smith up to Royer. And there's Tomasi, the thief again, as he knocks it out of bounds. Quickly back in the game will be Lalu. Not to Lalu.
Not to Lalu, coming in for Ramixon.
So Ramixon will take a break, talk to Coach Porter. I like the teaching that Coach Bobby Porter does.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
Royer to Ballard. Ballard will dribble out, back over to Smith. Smith, three-point jumper right side. His shot up and in. Xander Smith for 3.
Yeah, Xander Smith can light it up from out there if he gets hitting on.
5-all. Here's Micah Petty. He goes up. A lot of contact, no call. He puts it in.
He wanted the foul. Ref's letting him play.
Smith with it, and it's knocked down, kicked by Tomasi, the soccer player that time. So let's see, it'll be out of bounds. 3:37 left in the first. It's Layton Christian. 7. Isn't it St. Mark's ahead? Isaiah Adams goes up high on Saez, no good, and rebound to Lalu. Layton Christian up by 2, 7-5. On the right side, here's Lalu for 3. Shot up, no good, and there's Provost with the rebound. Ahead of the pack to Ballard, but there is Lalu. Well, Natalalu with a great play.
Getting back on defense.
3:17 left in the first. 7-5, Layton Christian. The winner will take on the winner of Kanab. And there's Jesus Tomasi. He just went after that one. Ballard goes up, and Jesus scores another bucket.
So fast. So fast.
Tomasi, 5 first quarter points. 9-5. Biggest lead of the game is 4 now for Layton Christian. Xander Smith over to Provost. Over to Ballard. Back to Smith. Smith will drive. Wow, nifty dribbling. He goes up, pushes one, no good. Gets his own rebound. He'll go up again. And Xander Smith willing it in.
Wow, how did he get that away from Petty?
Don't know. Here's Micah with the ball. Petty drives in, goes hard with the left hand layup. Beautiful. Micah Petty.
Nice little finger roll there. Petty gets it in.
4 points for the senior. 11-7, still a 4-point lead. Provost.
And this pace
dribbling.
This pace has really changed to favor Layton Christian.
It has. Provost drives in, 8-foot jumper quick, and it's up and in. Trey Provost. I'm not sure this is the rhythm that they want, even though it's working for them right now.
Right.
Petty with a steal after the steal by Adams. And Lino Saez back cuts and up and in. Lead still 4. Here's Ballard with the ball. Over to Royer. He drives all the way in, goes up with the left-hand layup, no good. Adams, his tip, no good. Tomasi with the board. There's Petty back for Layton Christian, up 4. Petty takes a 3-point jumper, looks good, is good. Petty knocks it down.
Petty feeling it, and that's going to force Rowland Hall to take a timeout.
Coach Alvarez takes it, we'll take it as well. 16-9 when we come back. Welcome back. I think Coach Alvarez said this is not the pace you want, and we see it. Once Layton Christian gets in this high-tempo, adrenaline-filled offense, they start to pull away, and they have a 7-point lead. And Rowland Hall's played great.
Right, and sometimes they'll take those outside long shots just to get the ball bouncing around and get this pace going. And then the deception is, you know, they're keeping up with it right at first, and it seems like it's okay, but then all of a sudden you stop finishing, and Layton Christian is still finishing, and so they draw you into it. Here's
the pace change. Rowland Hall steps back. We'll slow it down.
Yeah, Coach Alvarez is wise to get back to our game plan, boys.
I think against most teams, I think this would work. Xander Smith, ball knocked out of bounds by Layton Christian, stays with Rowland Hall. There's Micah Petty again. And the game will be Souza for Layton Christian Academy.
Souza. And Percy will come in for Smith.
Yeah, Oscar Percy. He might be the biggest person on the floor. Percy, a junior for Rowland Hall.
And Ramek's back in for Lalu.
Royer will throw in for Rowland Hall. Back over to Ballard. Ballard to Provost. Back to Ballard. Ballard top the key to Adams. Looking for Ballard. Ballard fakes a 3. He'll dribble over. Step back out to Provost. Trey with the ball. He'll go to his right. Take the screen. Kick over to Ballard. Back to Provost. 49 seconds left in the first. There's Adams over. Knocked out of bounds.
Muller.
Yep. Sam Muller with the tip. I couldn't see it. I got screened out by the official.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you saw it.
They like to come stand right there.
I know. Got to tell them to stand the other side. There's Royer with the ball to Ballard. 16-9, 7-point lead for Layton Christian. There's Adams with the ball. Over to Ballard. Ballard drives baseline, takes a shot, and he will go up. Fouled by Muller.
Yeah, get a little body check by Muller.
That's the first. First foul of the game comes with 30 seconds left in the first quarter of play.
That's amazing.
That means they're letting them play. And here's Boston Ballard at the line, shooting 2. Shot is up, no good. And Royal will check out of the game, as will Provost. replaced by Xander Smith. And number 20, Ibrahima. Galib Ibrahima.
Galib.
And here's Provost, second free throws up and in. Oh, I had those. Was it Provost with the board?
Oh. Yeah, Lalu
Oh,
saying.
it's Ballard. Sorry.
Excuse me. Souza saying, that's my bad. Sorry. He just, Petty was going one way, he threw it the other.
So 6-point lead for Layton Christian. And the ball is Ibrahima. On the right side, knocked down, but picked back up. This is Ballard with it. Ballard goes all the way under to Adams. Adams up high off the board. He scores it.
Yeah, Adams took that really high and right away from the defensive pressure. Great move there by Adams.
Lead back down to 4. Here's Ramixon. Oh, no, that's Petty. He goes up, shot no good. Ballard with the board. Ballard will go all the way. He goes up with a hard layup. Wow. Boston Ballard at the buzzer cuts the lead to 2. And the Winged Lions go on a 5-0 run to end the first quarter of play.
Little double pump there to take it away from defensive pressure of Saez with those long arms. And Ballard somehow able to get that in. 16-14. They're making a game of it. They're running with Layton Christian so far in that first quarter.
Certainly are. We'll take a break and be back in 30. Welcome back. 16-14 at the end of one. And Layton Christian had opened that 7-point lead, but then Coach Alvarez called a timeout, slowed the tempo down, and then with more of a controlled break, Rowland Hall's shot itself back into this one. They're now on a 5-0 run.
Yeah, they are, and they haven't been afraid to rise up to the pressure, and they've gotten themselves right back in this game very quickly, right at the end of that first quarter.
So both teams have had 5-0 runs in the first quarter, and it will be Layton Christian with the ball to start the third quarter. Here's Jesus Tomasi to Saez. Saez back to Tomasi. Tomasi will be covered by Ballard. Over to Ramixon. Ramixon will step back, drive in, stop. Oh, beautiful play. Ramixon got Adams in the air.
Nothing short of amazing there.
Lead back to 4. On the left side, here's Ballard. He's going to go all the way in, throw it up, and Percy can't get it, but Lalu can. Back to Tomasi. Tomasi to Ramixon. Ramixon goes over to Saez. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Rowland Hall. And now you've got Ibrahima. Goes up for the layup. He couldn't quite get control, and Saez with the board. And here's a break. Xander Smith and Ramixon, and he puts it up and in.
Ramixon just putting on a clinic here. Holy cow. Some of those
Xander
moves
Smith,
that he's made.
Ramixon shows. And then he goes up for another foul. And he said, you didn't get hit hard enough. That's an 8-point swing.
Wow.
A 6-0 run to start the second.
You see how fast. It was a 2-point game we started this quarter, and how fast Layton Christian can run away with the score.
Yeah, just a bunch of steals. And Provost in the game. He'll replace Ballard, who's been exceptional. So Ballard will get a much-needed break as he has been running wild. What a great ball handler he is. He and Provost both.
Yeah, very good ball handlers.
There's Provost with the ball covered by Tomasi. Provost cuts over. Provost goes all the way to the bucket, and they're going to call a block and count the bucket.
Yeah, Provost did a good job. He saw Lalu coming over, so he cut around and then slid in. So because he knew Lalu was moving, and created the contact, gets the conversion, and goes to the line for an extra.
That stopped the 6-0 run. And Coach Bobby Porter, he asked what happened. He told him, and he said, okay, and then he instructed his player. He said, be careful of that. So I like the coaching. Tomasi to the free throw line. Inside, here's Saez. Saez is going to put it in. No, he does not. Knocked out. Provost with the board. Great defense by Adams and Percy.
A lot of heavy pressure down there.
Xander Smith drives in, and he's going to throw it up. And they'll call an offensive foul on Xander Smith.
Yeah, but I think he was leading with his arm.
Yep. I thought, and Xander Smith was out of control on the drive. He'll be replaced by Royer.
Yeah, pretty much kind of got a couple of slaps and got out of control about mid-court. And from there on in.
6-point lead for Layton Christian. Petty with the ball on the left side. He's covered by Ibrahima. On the right side, Saez thinks about a three-point shot. He takes it and no good. Adams with the board, and it's going to be picked up by Provost. Trey with the ball. He'll get off of Tomasi. Go around the side, goes, challenges Saez, and he puts it in. Trey Provost, scared of nothing, 4 points in the quarter.
He's not scared of anything, attacking it hard, and puts up a little floater and falls right through.
There's Tomasi with a reverse layup. Jesus.
Tomasi.
7 points. Provost in the corner. Here's Royer, 4-3. Shots up, no good. Adams will corral the board and get it back to Ibrahima. Now to Provost. 5:25. Adams slows it down inside to Percy. Percy left-handed hook shot, no good. Short. Tomasi with the board. Here comes Petty. He'll break it down. Kick over to Ramixon. Back to Petty. Petty takes a three-point jumper, no good. Rebound Provost. And Rowland Hall will bring it up. Provost slows it down just a little bit. Over on the right side to Ibrahima. Inside to Percy. Percy, now that one goes in.
Well, I tell you what, that was a good drive there by Ibrahima. Open up Percy, and he converts it.
Lead back to 4. Ramixon kicks out to Saez.
And if you want to, just to watch this game, you got to be in good condition.
You do.
They do a lot of running.
Throw into Saez. Saez backs down, pivots. Percy goes up. Shot no good. Adams with the board. Percy gave ground at the right time.
Yep.
24-20. 4:29 left.
And
Tomasi
will
pick up the foul.
Going to give it to Tomasi.
I think that's one of the, you think about a soccer call called persistent infringement. On the way up, a couple bumps on the way up, and then the push off.
Yeah.
And probably it was a culmination of the whole play, not just the one.
I agree.
Inside Adams. Adams drives in, goes with a hook shot. Great defense.
Oh,
by
wow.
Saez, but Adams gets it to drop anyway. 6 points for Isaiah Adams.
Beautiful little baby hook there by Adams.
Here's Muller. He can hit anywhere as well. Muller takes. Shot up, no good. Adams with the defense, and here's Ibrahima over to Royer, and here's Royer up, blocked by Ramixon. Couldn't get his feet. And we talked about this before, not the tempo that Layton Christian wants.
No.
Muller falls back. What a move, Sam Muller.
And Muller's like, where's the foul? They're letting him play.
26-22. We've only had 5 fouls. There's Provost going in, blocked by Saez. He'll get it to Muller. And Layton Christian pushing the tempo again. Back to Petty, out to Tomasi. Out of bounds, stays for Layton Christian.
Yep. Ballard coming in for Ibrahima.
That was a good rest for Boston Ballard.
Yeah, it was. He's a good ball handler. They need him in there.
So top of the key, Jesus Tomasi. Tomasi covered by Provost. Tomasi top of the key to Petty. 26-22, 4-point lead. Here's Muller way downtown. Down it goes.
And that's Muller's favorite spot on the floor.
Muller averages 14 points a game off the bench.
Off the bench.
Off the bench.
Yeah.
Provost to Adams. Back over to Royer. Royal drive in, free throw line jumpers up, no good. Here's Adams, big rebound, puts it back up and in.
Wow, didn't box out, and Adams takes advantage of it. Was able to get the conversion.
8 points for Adams. He averages 15 a game. Muller way out, covered by Adams. Muller will drive in and lose the ball, but he gets it back. And a nifty little layup, no good. Percy with the board. Ooh. And it's going to be a lot of contact here. Saez, he goes up, under contact, left-hand layup. Adams knocks it out. Here's Ballard with it. Ballard on the left side will kick out to Provost. Provost will dribble out of the double team. Gets it over to Royer. Rowland Hall slow it back down. It's a 5-point lead for Layton Christian, 29-24. Provost with it. Covered by Ramixon. Provost goes up to left-hand layup. There's Saez. He just blocks it down on the floor. Petty grabs the rebound.
Yes. Provost not afraid of anything.
Tomasi for three, he knocks it down. That's trouble for Rowland Hall. The pace once again quickens, and once again the lead balloons to 8.
Just that quick, just a couple of times up and down the court, and you know, that's what happened. That's why Rowland Hall game plan is to not get in that running match with them, because it gives them opportunities to convert quickly.
And it's a seductive defense that Layton Christian plays. They're trying to keep it spread out and then use athleticism to stop it at the bucket. So they're kind of giving lanes, and then they're counting on Lino Saez and other people to get those steals. But they're keeping it wide open so that they dare them in a way to just penetrate.
It baits you into that.
It is.
Yes.
And it seduces the offense to go faster, faster, faster. And then all of a sudden it's 32-24.
Right. Hey, look, a lane's wide open. Let's attack it, and then you're right. Then it's going the other way before you can blink.
2 minutes left in the first half. Rowland Hall needs a score. Here's Trey Provost with it. He'll dribble right-handed. Knocked out of bounds, and Jesus Tomasi will pick up a foul. I'm not sure where the foul. Let's take a look at that replay. No replay. Okay. That's okay. I didn't see that one. Jesus with his second personal foul. Here's Ballard to Provost, who wasn't looking. He got it anyway. Inside, it's Percy. Percy double teamed. Percy's tall. He just holds it up.
Yeah.
Here's Royer.
He's even taller than Saez, which is tall.
Inside, he'll dribble out. Knocked away by Tomasi. Picked up by Ramixon. And Ramixon will go over, kick over to Tomasi. Tomasi steps back, three, bang, he got it.
Tomasi is feeling it.
Now Tomasi with 13 points.
And watch out when he starts to feel it.
Yeah, Tomasi's devastating. Percy inside to Adams. Adams will step back, shot up and in.
Adams is a solid player inside.
You know, Isaiah Adams not getting a whole lot of touches. The lead's back down to 9. It was 11.
Not getting a whole lot of touches, but getting it done for Rowland Hall. He has 10 points.
Ramixon knocks down a three from way out, and Layton Christian starting to pull away as Ramixon has 9 points in this second quarter. Here's Ballard, Boston. Goes around, Royer goes up, 4-foot jumper, pretty. Maya Royer, first bucket of the game.
Good little drive, stop, pop, and drop there by Royer.
10-point lead for Layton Christian on the left side. Here's a 3-point ball coming. That one is good as well.
Wow.
As number 52, Penizola knocks down a 3.
Penizola wants one from there.
13-point lead. Back out to Royer with 20 seconds left. On the baseline, Muller just steps in and takes it. He's on the run, 30 points underneath the Ramixon. Beautiful setup, Ramixon puts it in.
Wow, just takes it right to the other side.
Pretty assist. Here's Ballard, and he'll knock it down. How about this? This is some awesome basketball, seriously.
Yeah, that's a fast pace, fast and furious, I tell you.
The pace definitely. The D Event Center will take it as well. 43 for Layton Christian and 30 for Rowland Hall.
Sponsors the team trophies for all UHSAA championships. The Deseret News Award presentation will be held tonight. Jimmy John's, proud supporter of the Utah High School Activities Association. Stop by your nearest Jimmy John's and try the new 9-grain pizza. Now available at the Jimmy John's near you. Drink it, Jimmy John's. Tonight's game, this being spring highlight line, will be available for replay on live.ksn.com.
Dave Howard. Dave Howard alongside Scott Langford here at the Event Center in Weber State University. Halftime here at the Layton Christian Rowland Hall game. Pretty fast and furious first half. Layton Christian with 13-point lead, 43-30, as we prepare to start the second half. Let's just look at some quick stats for a minute, Scott. See what happened in that first half. You would expect that Layton Christian would be leading in all the stats. However, there's one stat that seems very interesting, Scott. Layton Christian out-rebounded by Rowland Hall 16-13,
Yeah.
but the interesting part of that is not a single offensive rebound for Layton Christian.
For Layton Christian, that's exactly what Rowland Hall wants, is they want to keep the Layton Christian from getting those offensive boards, those extra opportunities.
Right, and however, they did have 7 steals and forced 8 turnovers on Rowland Hall, and that's what happens when you get in that sprint match with Layton Christian. So
well, and we talked about it. It's that it's just a seductive offense. I mean, they slowly pick up the tempo, and pretty soon you're running with them, but falling behind.
Exactly, and they bait you into that. Both teams shooting pretty hot. Rowland Hall 47%, Layton Christian 58%. But if you look at the shot chart, Layton Christian deadly tonight from inside and outside, just everywhere, and Rowland Hall mostly inside the paint.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's how it goes. I think Rowland Hall's actually done a really nice job with Layton Christian. They're down 13, but this is probably as close a game as Layton Christian's had all year long.
No, I think they're giving them a good run for their money, and you know, they just got to focus on their game plan to slow this down a little bit, because when they get baited into that, you know, 6-8 points go up really quick before you even realize it, and not even a minute's passed.
Well, and then also Layton Christian wants to keep going. They want to keep that pace, just keep pushing. And it's going to be challenged because this is a very athletic Rowland Hall team, and they'll want to instinctively run with Layton Christian.
Exactly, and like you say, that opening up that the defense, opening up those lanes, bait you into driving for that.
Certainly do. Well, that's it for our halftime. We come back, it'll be third quarter action. Layton Christian by 13. Welcome back. Third quarter action coming up, and we're going to go to Statman Dave Howard. And Statman Dave, talk to me about keys to the second half for both teams.
Well, I think the big key for Rowland Hall is to stay within their game plan and control the pace of this game. They got baited into a couple of runs there in that first half. I think they need to regroup and settle down and control that game plan. For Layton Christian, they want to keep the pressure on, that full court press, and forcing turnovers, getting the fast break points. That's how they live and thrive, and that's going to be the big key for them, is to continue pressuring and baiting Rowland Hall into that run game.
So it comes down to this, one half of basketball to see who takes the first place in the championship on the boys bracket tomorrow night. And they face the winner of Kanab Parowan. Here we go. It'll be Rowland Hall with the first possession, and it's stolen away by Micah Petty. Petty on the right side to Lalu. He'll take a baseline jumper, knocks it down.
And there they go. They get it started quick.
Back 15. It's biggest lead of the game for for Layton Christian. Ballard with the ball. Up to Adams. And Ballard has the luxury of just throwing that up high.
Adams got good hops.
Ballard, I'm impressed with Ballard's ball handling skills. Ballard
Very
Jr.
good, solid.
Provost as well, both guards very solid with this team. Xander Smith will go all the way to the bucket with the layup. Nice take by Xander Smith.
Nice little stutter step to freeze the defense and then go hard to the basket.
On the left side, here comes a three-point shot by Ramixon, and it's going to be a rebound to Percy. You'll notice that Percy and Adams staying in the game for the size. Here's Ballard. He'll kick back out to Provost. Back over to Ballard. Ballard open, three-point jumpers up, and no good. Rebound Saez. Yep.
And here we go on the run.
Tomasi with the ball, covered by Provost. Back over to Petty. Petty with a left-hand dribble. He'll guide traffic, switched it up. Petty didn't get picked up. Free throw line jumper. He was too open. He needs to make those athletic hard moves.
Yeah, the impossible ones he can make, those wide open ones.
Provost with the ball. He'll drive straight in with another runner. No good, but there's Percy with the board. Percy's rebound up, no good, and there's Ramixon with the board. Here comes Tomasi. Tomasi goes all the way, back out, and then Xander Smith with a steal for the Winged Lions.
Good anticipation and quick hands by Smith. And look at the thief there.
Tomasi with a nice steal.
Tomasi with a quick hand steals the ball.
And we're having a little bit of controversy on the front. There was a little bit of stuff going on the floor. Tomasi a little upset. So a warning. I thought the official did a good job of not allowing it to be a technical foul, just because he didn't see the whole thing.
Right.
So here's Ballard with it. Ballard to Smith. Smith covered by Tomasi. Back over to Ballard. Boston with the left-hand dribble. He'll set it back up. It's a 15-point lead for Layton Christian. Ballard over to Smith. Smith takes a three-point jumper. Shot no good. Rebound taken by Micah Petty. Petty with the ball will take a three-point jumper. No good. Rebound going to be taken by Saez. Shot up. No good, but he is fouled.
Yeah, a lot of contact inside, and Saez will go to the line for that. Percy will pick up the foul.
Yeah, he'll pick up a first personal foul. And Percy, a great player underneath. He's big.
Yeah, he's big, solid player underneath.
Saez only with 2 points in the first half, and you can credit Percy and Adams with controlling that middle a little bit. First free throws up for Saez. Saez has very few holes in his game.
Very few. He's a solid player inside and out.
Yeah. I would actually guess this young man will be playing Division I ball.
Somewhere.
He's got the size and the skill. Shot is up and good as well, so he moves to 4 points on the game. The senior for Layton Christian pushes the lead back to 17 now. Actually up to 17, biggest lead of the game. And now a steal by Tomasi ahead. Here's Ramixon to Saez. Saez with the layup. Wow. Everybody wanted Saez to dunk it. He did not, and laid it up to be sure.
Well, look where he came from to be able to get there and make that layup. It's just amazing. He runs the court so well. He came from clear end to the other basket.
Adams with the ball to Xander Smith. Smith drives in, and a lot of contact, no call. Knocked out of bounds by Rowland Hall to the Layton Christian Academy Eagles, starting to pull away, up 19. Once it starts to get this big, I'm not sure anybody has a chance to come back. You have to stay with with Layton Christian. Tomasi goes over to Saez. Saez up, and shot is in.
Yeah, that's easy money right there. You get it inside to Saez.
So that's an 8-2 run to start this quarter. And a shot up and in by Adams. There's Ramixon with the ball, covered by Adams. Ramixon steps back, gets back over. Ball's knocked down, stolen by Ballard. It's a 3-on-1 break. Here's Smith underneath to Provost. Shot is up and fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot one.
Yeah, and Provost, the little guy's not afraid of anybody, and he attacks the basket very well.
He does. Ramixon picks up his second personal foul. So just like that, the lead back down to 17. It was at 21. And now Provost with a chance to get it down to 16. Rowland Hall, it's essential they stay in the game right now with this talented Layton Christian squad. Shots no good, but Adams with an offensive rebound. Another opportunity, and Ballard will bring it back. Adams back to Royer, to Smith. Smith in the corner. Here's Provost for three. Shots up, no good. Adams will knock it out of bounds, keep it alive. Tomasi picks up a foul on Adams.
Yeah, really leveled Tomasi.
So 53-36. Still the pace favoring Layton Christian. Tomasi drives in, left hand layup, up and in. Jesus Tomasi with the take.
Here's another player with a solid game. Just great skills. And
15 points in the game for Tomasi. Here's Adams. Adams will drive in, kick back up to Smith, over to Provost. Provost with the right hand drive out to Smith. Right side to Ballard. Ballard to Provost, over to Adams. Royer, rather, sorry. 3:33 left in the third. Smith with the ball. It's a 19-point lead by Layton Christian. Provost with it. I'm not sure. Provost knocks it down. He's sure a great player. I'm not sure that Rowland Hall can now do the pace they want. They may have to try to match it and outscore. So the ball comes back to our position, and I get a chance to be part of the game. So
wow, and you're good. Look at that.
Bounce pass
See
by
that
Langford.
Move? Wow, Langford still got the moves.
Yeah. So here comes ball in. 3:12. I don't know how many moves there were. It was like a big guy trying to pick up a basketball. But Smith to Royer. Royer drives baseline, spin move, pauses, goes up, blocked by Saez. Lino with it, and here comes the break. And with it is Souza. Souza to Muller, to Saez, top of the key, Petty. Petty drives in, and it's going to be kicked back and knocked out of bounds. Here's Adams. He'll step on the line. That stopped a guaranteed fast break by Rowland Hall.
They were going. They were moving for it.
There's Souza with the ball for Layton Christian, covered by Royer. Top of the key. Here's Micah Petty with it. Senior Layton team is for Layton Christian. They were knocked off unexpectedly by Beaver High School last year. They took third, I believe. Here's Souza with a block by Adams, and he'll get it to Smith. And this goes off of Adams' foot as Smith tries to cross over. And Souza goes up, and he'll go with the reverse layup. Wow, what a shot by Souza.
Yeah, amazing athletic ability by all these players.
Xander Smith on the sideline. He's to Adams. I'm surprised Adams doesn't take that three. His coach put up his hands like he didn't know either. Adams up, no good, gets his rebound up again. He puts that one up and in over Saez. No small feat.
No, that's actually a big feat. Yeah.
14 points for Adams. Here's Saez. He goes up over Adams, and these two just trading buckets, the big fellas, put him in up high. Provost, top of the key to Ibrahima, who's checked in. Here's to Smith. Smith over to Adams. Adams fakes. He'll drive in hard out to Provost. Provost fakes a three. He'll drive out, drive the baseline. He'll walk the whole line out to Xander Smith. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound out, though, to Royer. Royer, top of the key. Ibrahima throws up a three-point shot. No good. Saez with the board. 1:26 left. 19-point lead, and here's Souza as he goes up and scores it.
Yeah, Souza off the bench and really getting it done.
And timeout on the floor. It's Layton Christian with 21-point lead as they're starting to pull away from Rowland Hall St. Mark's High School. Welcome back, Rowland Hall. The coach of the Lions, let's see. Alvidrez. He couldn't even wait the minute because of the momentum that was going, and there it is again. Layton Christian with another steal as Souza ties it up.
Lalu.
Okay, that's Lalu, sorry. As he stood up, I got the number. So here's Tomasi with a minute left. It's 40-61. I don't think Layton Christian's going to hold for the last shot.
I think not.
Tomasi goes on the right side,
They're
cuts
gonna-
back.
They're going to try and go for a 5-and-1.
Here's a shot by Lalu for three, no good. Rebound, foul going to be on Saez. I think that's foul number 1.
On Saez?
Yeah,
I agree.
let's see what we say. Yeah, first foul. There's been a lot of action in there for only one foul. Not saying that he has more, I'm just saying that's how well he plays. I think it's been well played.
No, it's been very well played. Oh,
Smith, that's dangerous. Over to Ballard. Ballard steps in on the baseline in a little bit of trouble. Oh, he'll get forced out of bounds by Saez. Nowhere to go, and it'll be a turnover.
just dribbled into trouble and got himself caught down there in the baseline.
Here's Tomasi with the ball. He'll push the action on Ibrahima. Step back with 37 seconds left. Tomasi will lose the ball. Ballard picks it up. He looks at his partner, says, hey, I left that for you. I'm not sure he did, but it's what he thought.
That's what he intended.
Muller with the ball. Muller drives in, kicks back over. Here's a shot from the left side. No good, and
Push
Saez will get a number 2. So just as I say that he doesn't get too many fouls, he picks up 2 quick ones.
Push off on Percy, yep.
So Layton Christian's going to lose a couple players, but they've got Percy and Adams back next year. They do lose Royer, Provost, and Smith, however. Some great players for the Winged Lions, our seniors. And LCA will lose Jesus Tomasi, Micah Petty, Lalu, Saez, and Sam Muller.
12, they gave
12.
it to
Souza.
Souza.
Yeah, Souza picks up a foul. And so with 9 seconds left, Rowland Hall with a chance to cut into this 19-point lead. Smith in the corner, Provost. Provost top of the key to Ballard. Ballard steps over, drives in, splits the defenders up with that layup of his, no good, and Tomasi with the board. And that'll do it as we end the third quarter of play. Layton Christian extends the lead to 19. We'll be back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're starting to pull away now. Welcome back. As we're going to break, I mentioned that Layton Christian's starting to pull away, Dave.
Yeah, it's just kind of get drawn into that. We talked about that, and just real quick, all of a sudden they pull away with 3 points.
Tanner Smith into Percy. Percy goes up against Saez. Wow, what a nice shot by Oscar Percy.
Left hand switch there, and Percy gets a good finish there.
There's Lalu with the ball inside to Saez. Lino. Now Saez, Lalu back with it. He'll get it out to Tomasi. Tomasi covered by Ballard. He'll drive down, kick back out to Saez, and he'll put it back up to Lalu. Now to Ramixon. Ramixon will drive in, cut off by Provost. Anticipated the contact and didn't get the call. Here's Ballard with the ball. Ballard underneath to Ibrahima. He quickly goes up and in.
Good quick move by Ibrahima to get that away out of his hands before the defense came.
4-0 run. Takes the lead back down to, let's see, what is that, 15? 15 after it was a 19-point lead.
Rowland Hall making a run back now.
Saez with a 3. There's Xander Smith with it. Can Rowland Hall make a comeback? Provost cut off by Ramixon. Back to Ibrahima, now to Smith. 6:50 left in the game. Smith with it. drives in, kicks underneath to Percy. Oh, but stolen away by Lalu. And it'll be picked up by Saez. Quickly, Petty back. Petty goes up, left-hand layup, just too athletic.
Great finish there by Petty. Just swings it wide left and brings it back in off the glass.
Provost on the left side over to Smith. Smith, three-point jumper up, no good. But Provost with the board. And then knocked out of bounds off of Ramekson.
And if you're hitting your shots, that's good. You can keep up with them that way. But if you're not, they're going to run away quick.
Lead back up to 17, 63-46, 6:25 left. The winner plays for the state championship in the 2A classification. Back to Adams. Adams over to Ibrahima. Underneath to Ballard. Whoa, Ballard in the big timber. And there's Oscar Percy with a putback.
A lot of bouncing around there, and Oscar Percy comes up with it and tips it back in.
6-2 run, cuts the lead to 15 again. Canned. Rowland Hall cut deeper into that. Micah Petty with the ball to Jesus Tomasi. Tomasi has played virtually this whole game. And there'll be a Provost with a foul. So,
now that one, I think the ref felt like he had to call because you could hear it.
yeah, you could hear it. Provost doesn't argue at all. They've let these two teams be pretty physical. It's been equal, though, both ways.
Yeah.
There's Petty, top of the key, but covered by Ibrahima. Back over to Ramekson. Provost steps back, pivot, Ramekson up, no good. Rebound to Adams. Ibrahima, but they're going to be tied up. Stays.
Half a dozen players chasing after it.
Yeah. Percy down on the floor, so it stays with Layton Christian. Big game coming up next, too. Kanab and Parowan, a Region 18 matchup. Yesterday, Kanab took a buzzer beater to defeat North Summit. And then Saez blocked by Adams. Adams just takes it out of his hands. And they'll have the ball over to Provost. Provost past Ramekson over to Ibrahima. Inside to Percy. Percy up, no good, and he'll be fouled.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason why that went clear over. He got a little bump.
Uh-huh.
Lalo with the foul.
So 2 free throws for Oscar Percy. No free throws yet in the game for Percy. Matter of fact, Rowland Hall has only shot 4 free throws, and Layton Christian only 2.
Yeah, not a lot of free throws in this game. Not a lot of fouls, really.
No, that's free throw number 5. Timeout on the floor, and we will take it as well. 63-49. The lead is down to 14. This could be a wild finish from the D Event Center. We'll be back. Welcome back. Rowland Hall making a game of this. Layton Christian, so good. And Rowland Hall also very good. And they're making a game of this. The lead is now 14. It was as big as 21. Now it is still 14 on the missed free throw. Petty with the ball. No panic for for Layton Christian. Petty with the left-hand dribble around the left side. Goes all the way to the bucket. Just a strong take by Micah Petty.
Yeah, I got a couple of good screens at the top there, and that freed him up to go all the way to the hole.
Here's Adams, spin, pivots, and they'll call it travel. Great job by Saez to stop the turn.
Yeah, cuts off his lane and forces him to drag his feet.
Yeah, that left foot had to hop just a bit.
So now you're going to see that full court press by Layton Christian. Or by Rowland Hall, excuse me. They're trying to get back in this game.
Yeah, it's desperation time with 5 minutes left. They've got to make up some big ground. Here's Ibrahima covering Petty. Ibrahima quite quick. Petty on the right side to Muller. Muller, three-point jumper. No good. Rebound, Oscar Percy. Percy shot knocked down. There's Ramekson. Goes up. Percy on it. No good. Rebound, Ballard. Ballard across Tomasi. An ankle breaker cover, and there's Ballard's free throw. Oh, no good. Rebound, Adams. knocked out of bounds by Muller.
Yeah, a lot of heavy contact inside. Ball bouncing around a lot.
This game's been played above the rim a lot.
They have.
Here's Ballard inside to Percy, inside to Adams. Adams goes up on Sayas, no good, blocked or bothered, one of the two. Muller on
Or
the
both.
left side to Tomasi, three-pointer, and no good. Rebound to Ibrahima. And Rowland Hall's on the run. Ballard will get it to Adams. Adams doesn't see the player. Definitely bothered the shot. There's Ballard with an offensive rebound. Provost for three, and he knocks it down. So for Provost, that's 13 points in the game. He averages 8. And the lead down to 13. Here's Provost on Muller. Muller drives in, keeps on going. Oh, wow, they're going to count the foul. That was up by the free throw line.
Wow.
Let's see the replay on that one.
They let him continue a long time after
So
foul. There's the
call.
foul right there.
You know what? That was not that far off. Muller knocks it down. 2 and the free throw coming. Muller with a shot up short, no good. Rebound and Rowland Hall just doesn't go after it. I think they were expecting 2. So 15-point lead, a big mistake by the Winged Lions.
Yeah, big mistake. They went too hard for it, and Petty just let him go.
Just under half a quarter left in this one. Rowland Hall playing for the chance to be in the state championship. Here's Muller. He'll turn around, back up. Contact on Provost. Shot up, no good. Adams gets the board. Here's Provost with the ball. Provost goes all the way in, but knocked away by, I think, Ramixon. I'm not sure. Petty on the left side. Petty goes up, shot, good.
Little double pump, and he whirls it in.
Nothing petty about Micah. He just strong-armed it on that left side. Ibrahima in. He'll go up, down to Percy. Percy pushes Sayas in and bothers. The shot's bothered. And it's starting to slip away from Rowland Hall at this point. And then Sayas, the big man, running the floor.
Runs it well and gets the gift at the end.
3 minutes left. Lead back to 19, just like that. Got down to 13. Ibrahima with a little floater, no good. Sayas with the ball. Over to Tomasi. Tomasi will take a three-point jumper. A little off balance. He didn't get set on that one.
Yeah.
And you could see that one was a little long. There's Adams with it over to Ibrahima. Ibrahima is going to go all the way, run over Sayas. Easy call.
Yeah, easy call.
Offensive foul.
Sayas was set for a long time and just took it right in the chest.
Yep. He didn't move on that one.
Nope.
So 5 team fouls apiece for these two teams. 2:48 left. It looks like Layton Christian will head on towards the championship match against the winner of Kanab and Parowan out of Region 18. Can anybody stop the Layton Christian Eagles? There's Micah Petty dribbling on Ibrahima. Takes a screen from Sayas. Petty top to here's Ramixon. Goes in, takes an 8-foot jumper. Blocked by Adams. Adams skied up for that one. Left side, here's Jesus. Tomasi inside to Sayas. Drops it out of bounds. And the pass a little to the right.
Yeah, they reached a little too low for that one. Couldn't quite reel it in. It was a big block by Adams there.
Yeah, it was. That was a not in my house block.
Yeah, not in anybody's house block.
Ibrahima with it. Oh, over Muller.
Yeah, you can see that coming.
Yeah, those cross-court passes behind his
back.
back.
Oh, wow.
Muller gets it behind the back and then a finish as he'll get the free throw as well.
Muller's showing what he's got.
That's a candidate for a play of the game. Let's see that one more time, can we? Muller goes behind his back. Here it comes.
Yeah.
There was no need to go behind his back, but it sure looked good.
Yeah, made it look better. Style points.
Oh, he gets style points.
Definitely gets the style points.
Muller pushes the lead to 22. This one is over as Layton Christian will advance. Xander Smith up over Sayas. Smith plays well. Ball on the floor will go out of bounds. Knocked out by Rowland Hall. Stays with Layton Christian. 2 minutes even on the clock. Micah Petty with the ball. Covered by Ibrahima. And Layton Christian starting to work clock now. Muller. They've got the four corners covered now. 1:50. Rowland Hall's not fouling. Muller over to Sayas. Sayas will hold, wait for Adams to step up. Sayas will go backwards, over to Jesus, and he'll step back out to Muller. Muller drives on the baseline, takes a jump shot from the side. No good. There's Saez inside. Saez works up and in.
Great move there by Saez. Spin around and put it off the glass.
Yeah, Lino, such a talented big man. Here's Ballard. Boston goes up, fakes Saez.
Wow.
What a play.
Getting it
for
in the
little
big
guy.
timber.
Oh, so Ramixon crosses the out of bounds line, and that will go back to Rowland Hall. Timeout on the floor. 1:17 left. We'll be back.
60.
There's the tones of Neil Diamond and Sweet Caroline. No matter how old it gets, everybody recognize it, and both student bodies dancing in their seats.
The 70s live!
I played this song on the baritone when I was in 8th grade. 1:17 left. Layton Christian has this one in hand. Adams out to Provost. It's a 20-point lead, 76-56. Top of the key, Smith. Zander shot up, no good. There's Ballard skying up.
Wow.
And they're going to call Ramixon with a foul.
That was a major rebound by Ballard.
Yeah, Ballard was way up there on that one. That was he jumped pretty high. Let's take a look at the out-of-bounds play coming from Ballard for Rowland Hall. Ballard to Adams. He goes up high.
And Provost with the three.
Tomasi with it. 59-76. 17-point lead. Tomasi covered by Ballard. Under a minute left, 53 seconds. Ibrahima covered Ramixon. A near steal by Provost. Now it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to Rowland Hall on the alternating possession.
Good hustle there by Provost. Take that away from Petty.
Subdivision for the Rowland Lions, number 1 on your right. Replacing number 10
45.3. I think Rowland Hall has played very, very well tonight. Just too much firepower from Layton Christian.
Yeah, it's just hard to keep up with.
There's Muller with the ball. 35 seconds left. Muller with an unforced area. Dribbles it out of bounds. He's hard on himself.
Yeah,
even with the big win.
He takes it pretty serious.
On the right side, here's Zander Smith. Blocked by Ramixon. And that'll do it. I think this will be it. I think Petty will just cross the timeline, get over to Tomasi. "12 seconds left. Coach says don't foul him, just leave it. And Tomasi will have it. 5 seconds left. Adams makes sure Tomasi doesn't go to the rim. And that'll do it. Yeah. Layton Christian back in the title game after a one-year absence, 76-59. That is your margin of victory. So 17-point win by by Layton Christian. I give credit to both teams.
And if you saw the huddle as they came back to coach, they really have been working all year for this. They really were disappointed last year, and this was their goal to get the title game, and they completed their goal. They're really happy.
They have done so. So that'll do it. The first part, we'll have Dave run down the individual scoring for Layton Christian, and then we'll turn it over for the next semifinal matchup to see who will play the Eagles.
So Ramixon with 13 points, Tomasi with 15 points, Souza with 4 points, Petty with 15, Muller with 10, Lalu with 2, and Saez with 15.
So Saez with 15. So there's
running
your
down
scoring.
Rowland Hall, Ballard had 7, Provost had 16, Royer with 2, Xander Smith with 9, and Adams with 16, Percy with 7.
Okay, that'll do it for Scott and Dave. And it's a final as Layton Christian moves on to the state championship game and awaits the winner of this one, Kanab and Parowan. You can watch this one. It'll be a simulcast on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network as well as Centricom Channel 10. And we will be back with that game after this.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school basketball action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.